Are you tired of waking up feeling like you've already fought a war before your feet hit the floor? Do you find yourself making excuses to avoid social gatherings because you know you'll be the guy falling asleep in his chair by 8 p.m.? Are you frustrated watching younger men half your age outpace you in conversations, activities, and life itself while you struggle to remember what you walked into a room for? What if I told you that the energy, mental sharpness, and physical vitality you had in your 40s is still locked inside your body right now, and 3 specific nuts probably sitting in your kitchen pantry at this very moment hold the keys to unleashing it all back? What if everything you've been told about aging being inevitable decline is not just wrong, but dangerously misleading? What if the exhaustion, brain fog, and diminished performance you're experiencing isn't your new normal, but a fixable nutritional crisis that pharmaceutical companies don't want you to solve naturally? Don't forget to like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel for more health tips. Let me tell you about Harold, a 67-year-old former Marine sergeant who walked into my office completely defeated. This man, who once ran a successful landscaping business, could barely climb his own stairs without getting winded. "Doc," he said, "I used to wake up ready to conquer the world. Now I fall asleep watching TV by 7:30. My wife repeats everything twice because I can't focus, and I've spent $8,000 on testosterone shots and supplements that made me feel worse. I'm not living anymore. I'm just existing." Harold's story repeats daily in my office because the medical system treats symptoms instead of root causes. I'm Dr. Vicky, and I've spent over 3 decades as a urologist specializing in men's health, working with thousands of men just like you who refuse to accept getting old as an excuse for feeling terrible. Today, I'm sharing 3 scientifically backed nuts that can transform how you feel, think, and perform naturally. Let's dive straight into the first powerhouse nut that's probably sitting in your kitchen right now: walnuts. But before you roll your eyes thinking you've heard this before, listen carefully, because the way you're supposed to eat them changes everything. Walnuts contain the highest concentration of omega-3 fatty acids of any tree nut, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. Here's what this means for your body after 60. Your brain is 60% fat, and omega-3s are the premium fuel your neurons need to fire efficiently. When you're not getting enough, you experience that mental fog, slower processing speed, and difficulty concentrating that you might be attributing to age. But here's the secret most people miss: timing and preparation matter enormously. You want to consume exactly 7 walnut halves every morning on an empty stomach, ideally soaked overnight in filtered water. Why soaked? The soaking process neutralizes enzyme inhibitors and phytic acid that can interfere with nutrient absorption. Your digestive system at 60 isn't as robust as it was at 30, so we need to make every nutrient count. The omega-3s in walnuts specifically support healthy blood flow to your extremities and vital organs. Poor circulation is one of the primary culprits behind erectile dysfunction in men over 60, and while nobody wants to talk about it, it affects 70% of men in your age group. The ALA in walnuts gets converted to EPA and DHA in your body, which are the building blocks for healthy blood vessel function. Research from the University of California showed that men who consumed 2.5 ounces of walnuts daily experienced a 16% improvement in sperm vitality and a 4% increase in sperm motility. While you might not be planning a family at 60, these markers indicate robust hormonal function and cellular health throughout your entire reproductive system. Walnuts also contain melatonin naturally, not the synthetic version you buy in bottles, but the identical compound your pineal gland produces. As you age, melatonin production decreases significantly, leading to those restless nights where you fall asleep easily but wake up at 2 a.m. with your mind racing. The natural melatonin in walnuts helps regulate your circadian rhythm without the grogginess that synthetic supplements often cause. Now let's talk about the second nut that's going to revolutionize your energy levels, Brazil nuts. This is where most health advice gets dangerous because people tell you to eat handfuls of these, which can actually poison you. Yes, you heard that right. Brazil nuts contain the highest natural concentration of selenium of any food on Earth. One single Brazil nut contains approximately 96 micrograms of selenium, and your daily requirement is only 55 micrograms. Eat more than 2 Brazil nuts daily, and you risk selenium toxicity, which causes hair loss, brittle nails, and neurological problems. But when consumed correctly, 1 Brazil nut every other day, selenium becomes your thyroid's best friend. Your thyroid function naturally declines after 60, leading to that sluggish metabolism, unexplained weight gain around your midsection, and the feeling that you're moving through molasses all day long. Selenium is required for the production of glutathione peroxidase, your body's most powerful antioxidant enzyme. Think of glutathione as your cellular maintenance crew, repairing damage from free radicals, environmental toxins, and the natural wear and tear of 6 decades of living. Without adequate selenium, this repair process slows dramatically, accelerating aging and leaving you vulnerable to chronic inflammation. Here's something your doctor probably never told you. Selenium deficiency is directly linked to reduced testosterone production. The mineral is essential for proper testicular function and sperm production. Men with higher selenium levels consistently show higher testosterone levels and better overall reproductive health, regardless of age. The selenium in Brazil nuts also supports prostate health, which becomes increasingly important after 60. Selenium helps regulate cellular growth in prostate tissue and may reduce the risk of benign prostatic hyperplasia, that uncomfortable condition where your prostate enlarges and makes nighttime bathroom trips a regular occurrence. But here's the critical part about Brazil. Nuts, they must be fresh. Selenium content degrades rapidly once the nuts are shelled and exposed to air and light. Buy them in small quantities, store them in the refrigerator in an airtight container, and consume them within 3 months of purchase. Stale Brazil nuts aren't just less effective. They can develop mold that produces harmful compounds. The third nut is going to surprise you because it's technically not a nut at all, it's a legume. But almonds have earned their place in this trio because they contain a unique combination of nutrients that work synergistically to support male vitality after 60. Almonds are rich in vitamin E, arginine, and magnesium, 3 compounds that work together to support cardiovascular health and blood flow. Vitamin E protects your blood vessels from oxidative damage. Arginine helps produce nitric oxide for healthy circulation, and magnesium relaxes smooth muscle tissue in your arteries. Here's the game changer. Almonds contain L-arginine, an amino acid that's a precursor to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is what allows your blood vessels to dilate properly, ensuring adequate blood flow to your heart, brain, muscles, and yes, your sexual organs. After 60, nitric oxide production naturally decreases, leading to higher blood pressure, reduced exercise capacity, and compromised circulation. But raw almonds aren't your best option. You want to activate them through a process called sprouting. Soak 20 almonds overnight in filtered water with a pinch of sea salt. In the morning, you'll notice tiny white sprouts beginning to emerge. These activated almonds are easier to digest and provide significantly higher bioavailability of nutrients. The magnesium in almonds deserves special attention because 80% of men over 60 are magnesium deficient without knowing it. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including testosterone production, protein synthesis, and energy metabolism. Magnesium deficiency manifests as muscle cramps, irregular heartbeat, anxiety, and insomnia, symptoms that are often dismissed as normal aging. Almonds also contain healthy monounsaturated fats that support hormone production. Your body needs cholesterol to manufacture testosterone, and the healthy fats in almonds provide the raw materials for optimal hormone synthesis. This is why extremely low-fat diets often tank testosterone levels in older men. The fiber in almonds supports digestive health, which becomes increasingly important as you age. A healthy gut microbiome is essential for nutrient absorption, immune function, and even mood regulation. The prebiotic fiber in almonds feeds beneficial bacteria in your intestines, supporting overall health from the inside out. Now, let me share the protocol that maximizes the benefits of all three nuts. This isn't just about eating them randomly throughout the day. Timing and combination matter enormously for optimal absorption and effectiveness. Week 1 through 4, you're going to establish the foundation. Every morning upon waking, drink 16 ounces of filtered water to rehydrate your system after 8 hours without fluid intake. Wait 15 minutes, then consume your 7 soaked walnut halves. The omega-3s are best absorbed on an empty stomach, and the morning timing ensures they're available for brain function throughout your most productive hours. On alternating days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, add 1 fresh Brazil nut to your morning routine, consumed immediately after the walnuts. The selenium and healthy fats work synergistically to support thyroid and reproductive function. 2 hours after breakfast, consume your 20 activated almonds. This timing ensures they don't interfere with the absorption of other nutrients from your morning meal while providing sustained energy and cardiovascular support throughout the day. During weeks 5 through 8, you're going to add strategic timing modifications. On days when you exercise, and you should be exercising at 60, even if it's just walking, consume your almonds 30 minutes before your workout. The arginine will support blood flow and exercise performance, while the magnesium helps prevent muscle cramps and supports recovery. On non-exercise days, stick to the 2 hours after breakfast timing. This consistency helps your body establish efficient absorption patterns and maximizes the cumulative benefits of these nutrients. Here's something crucial that most people get wrong: hydration timing. Each of these nuts requires adequate water for proper digestion and nutrient absorption. Drink 8 ounces of water with your morning nuts, another 8 ounces with your afternoon almonds, but avoid drinking large amounts of water during meals as it dilutes digestive enzymes. Let me address the elephant in the room, what you can realistically expect, and when. This isn't a magic pill that transforms you overnight. Your body needs time to replenish nutrient stores and rebuild cellular function that may have been compromised for years. During the first 2 weeks, you might notice improved sleep quality and more consistent energy levels throughout the day. The natural melatonin in walnuts and the magnesium in almonds work together to regulate your circadian rhythm and support deeper, more restorative sleep. Weeks 3 through 6 typically bring improvements in mental clarity and focus. The omega-3s are rebuilding your brain's cellular membranes, while selenium is supporting optimal neurotransmitter function. You'll likely notice fewer instances of walking into a room and forgetting why you went there. The cardiovascular and circulation benefits usually become apparent between weeks 6 and 12. This is when men often report improvements in exercise tolerance, fewer instances of feeling winded during activities, and yes, improvements in sexual function. The arginine, omega-3s, and selenium work together to support healthy blood flow throughout your entire cardiovascular system. Hormonal improvements take the longest, typically 3 to 6 months of consistent consumption. Testosterone production, thyroid function, and overall endocrine health require time to rebalance, especially if you've been deficient in these key nutrients for years. Let me warn you about the mistakes that will sabotage your results. First, don't assume more is better. The dosages I've given you are specifically calculated for optimal absorption and safety. Consuming larger quantities won't accelerate results and may actually cause problems. Second, quality matters enormously. Rancid nuts aren't just less effective, they're actively harmful, contributing to inflammation and oxidative stress. Buy from reputable sources, store properly, and replace regularly. If a nut tastes bitter or off, discard it immediately. Third, consistency trumps perfection. Missing a day or two won't derail your progress, but sporadic consumption won't provide cumulative benefits. Your body needs steady, reliable nutrient input to rebuild and maintain optimal function. Fourth, don't ignore other lifestyle factors. These nuts are powerful tools, but they can overcome the damage from smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, chronic sleep deprivation, or a sedentary lifestyle. They work best as part of a comprehensive approach to healthy aging. Finally, be patient with the process. Your body took decades to reach its current state, and meaningful improvement requires time. Most men who stick with this protocol report significant improvements by month 3, with continued benefits accumulating over time. The science behind these 3 nuts isn't just promising, it's proven. Omega-3 fatty acids, selenium, vitamin E, arginine, and magnesium aren't experimental compounds. They're essential nutrients with decades of research supporting their roles in male health and vitality. What makes this approach particularly effective for men over 60 is that it addresses the root causes of age-related decline rather than just masking symptoms. You're not just boosting energy temporarily. You're providing your body with the raw materials it needs to function optimally at the cellular level. Remember, aging isn't about accepting decline. It's about adapting your approach to support your body's changing needs. These 3 nuts represent a simple, natural, and scientifically backed strategy to maintain vitality, energy, and performance well into your later decades. Your journey to renewed vitality starts with your very next meal. Don't wait for Monday. Don't wait for the first of the month. And don't wait until you feel worse. Start today, be consistent, and give your body the nutrients it needs to support you for many years to come. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to share this video and subscribe to my channel.